Noah Lyles was wrong, but he was also right. Yes, that's what I said. Hello everyone, welcome to another upload. Hope you're all doing great. So by now everybody would have heard, and probably most Jamaicans are back on the cussing out Noah train. Most Jamaicans are probably back on the saying that Noah chat too much, because Noah was on a podcast, and of course he said that champs, boys and girls champs in Jamaica is free, which is not the case. And so, everybody is just commenting and running on that one line, and I think people have not really watched the entire video to get where Noah was coming from. So yes, he was wrong about that information, and of course he has come out and apologized to say, he was making his point and he used misinformation, and he apologized about that. And we have to admit, if you are wrong and you're able to come and admit that you're wrong and apologize, then kudos to you. That's really big of you to do. So I watched the most of that video. Interesting video, I might add. You watch these athletes, as I said, they come on the track, you see them for a minute, but you really don't know who they are. And I feel like these podcasts, these sit downs when athletes are talking, you get a better understanding of who they are and some of the perspectives that they share. So I really enjoyed watching that podcast, and it definitely shed a different light, and I'm now seeing Vernon Norwood in a different light, in a positive way. Right, so the gentlemen sat down and they were having a conversation, and then Grand Slam track meet came up. The first event is scheduled for Jamaica, here in Jamaica. And so I did a previous video where I was saying that especially for the short sprint, I was expecting to see some other athletes would have bring more competition or make the competition more exciting. And I did reference to the fact that I was anticipating seeing Noah there. And of course, so he's talking about some of the concerns, and these concerns are a possible reason why he is not a racer and possibly will not be a challenger in the Grand Slam track meet. And one of the concerns both Ray Benjamin and Noah Lyles had was the scheduling, and they also had some concerns about the location. Now, the fact of the matter is they're going to be signing a contract, or presenting themselves to be a part of something. Naturally and fairly, you'll be concerned about the longevity of the event. And so these were some of the concerns and some of the questions that they had, because they didn't want it to be, or they're thinking, is this going to be a meet that the next 2-3 years it will no longer be? So I think, and those are fair questions that they had to ask, right? So the question or the concern about location, based on the fact that these locations, particularly Miramar and Jamaica, they're saying when you look on the history of track and field events at these locations, how is the crowd turnout? Because a concern for them is that, what are the broadcasting rights, the TV rights? How is this going to be pushed out to viewers over the world? And also at the physical location, how will the turnout be? What amount of money are these persons willing to pay to watch a track event or a track meet? Is it going to be sufficient to basically finance this meet and ensure its longevity? So in summarizing, those are some of the concerns that they were having. And Jamaica and the champs situation was mentioned, because Noah was trying to make the point that Jamaica's biggest track meet is boys and girls championship. And then he said the stadium was full because it was free. And of course we know that is not so, because supporters have to pay their money to go in and watch boys and girls champs. But a part of that statement is in fact true, because the biggest meet here in Jamaica, biggest track and field meet, is in fact boys and girls champs. And therefore, Noah is basically saying all the other meets, when you look at our national trials, which is true, sometimes probably a half of the stadium is full. So in essence, he's saying that if our national trials can't draw the supporters and draw the fans, then is Jamaica an ideal location for the Grand Slam track meet? You have to agree with Noah on this point. It is a valid point, because I've gone to the stadium at other meets other than trials. I've stayed at home and watched other meets other than trials. And, the crowd turnout is just definitely not there. So that factor, the fact that Jamaicans really don't go out to watch track and field event, which is the truth. And some of us who are going to be attacking now and saying chat too much and he behave like he knows everything about Jamaicans are some of the persons who are not going to go in their pocket and purchase a ticket to go to the national stadium and watch any meet, which again confirms the point that Noah is making. Is Jamaica the best location to host a track event? And so that is the reason I said at the start of this video that Noah Lyles is wrong, but he is also right. He's wrong on the reason why he thinks boys and girls champs is always full to capacity, because he thinks it's free. He's wrong about that, but he's right about the fact that it is the biggest track and field event in Jamaica, and based on looking on historical data of other meets, national trials, racers Grand Prix, and other meets that are held here in Kingston, Jamaica, the turnout is not normally good. Normally, half the stadium, or if you get 3/4 of the stadium full, then that is a good turnout. So, as I said, he was just expressing some of his concerns about Grand Slam track meet. So, I mean, go and watch the full podcast. Don't just pick out the piece that, you hear everybody talking about to say, Noah running him out again and him spreading misinformation. He has come, he has apologized. No, I found this so hilarious. When all of this was happening, I saw another post. So apparently, Junelle Bromfield, who is also Jamaican, you all know that, Noah's fiancé, she basically came and posted and said, listen to me. This that now come and say about champs free and all of that, me just I hear about it, just like all of you, so please leave me out of it. Because the last time what happened when Noah came and spoke about all that he knew about Jamaicans, you all dragged him and Junelle all over the place. So she basically telling us, look here, leave me out of this one. This one is between Uno and Noah Lyles. But that's my 2 cents on the Noah Lyles situation. One, he's part right. While he's wrong about the fact that champs is free, he's right about the fact that it is our biggest track and field event. It's the most supported, and therefore is right to be concerned as to whether Grand Slam track meet will get the fan support that a meet of that nature would want when it's held here in Kingston, Jamaica. And secondly, he has come out and admitted that he was wrong, that information was incorrect, and he has apologized. So he has done the right thing. Yes, and I think those are the points that I wanted to talk about in this upload. So, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. And until my next upload, take care.